Hey folks, this is Jarrett McDonald here, aka just Jarrett McDonald here. Um, I was about to say my other YouTube channel name, but this is my comic book slash book reading um channel. Even though I primarily talk about stuff that's comic book related because that's what primarily I read. And like I said before, I do read other stuff. I'm reading a when it comes to regular just regular novels. I'm currently reading a Lloyd Alexander book collection of novels. It's like three novels in one book, and it's very thick. So yeah, that's gonna take a while for me to get through that one. And also the comic slash graphic novel I'm reading right now is it's called A House of Night, a graphic novel, and it's called Legacy, and it's by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. Um, Script by Kent Darlene, I think how you pronounce it, and art by Jolie Jones. It's pretty good. It's pretty good so far. It's definitely a young adult graphic novel so far, but I'm gonna read anyway because I it was a complete blind buy, and it's about vampires. And what makes this book interesting is that the vampires in this book are not evil. Okay, so it's cool not to have like an evil vampire storyline. It's more fantasy than horror, even though it has vampires in it. It's more of a fantasy book, and it does go through like different time periods of different like vampire characters. But this is not about that book. And also, the comic book artist Neil Adams passed away at age 80. May he rest in peace. He is definitely a legend in the comic book. Um, he's definitely a comic book legend. You may have read some of his books with his art in it, though. I don't think I have, but most likely some of you who's watching this video have. Um, but that's not about Neil Adams either. The meat of this story is that a Savage Dragon creator and I think his name Erik Larsen deleted his Twitter after Elon Musk purchased Twitter, and he's saying basically that that First Amendment gives people the right to lie. I'm like, yes and no. Like, if you lied on social media, like you just average Joe, a lot on Twitter has said, like you intentionally said, I hate, like some simple, you intentionally said, I had pizza for dinner, for supper, but you had hamburgers. I don't think you won't get in trouble for doing that because that's free speech. You're not gonna get in trouble for you're not gonna get in trouble by lying about something that's petty about that's something that's really small like what you have for supper. Now, if you're a government official and you're lied under oath, yes, you get serious. You probably yes, that's bad. That's bad. But you just lied about what you have for supper. Nobody's gonna care. Like some random person's not gonna care that you did a lot about that. So I don't know where he gets the idea that the First Amendment gives you the right to lie. He's basically talking about misinformation. And what these woketards mean by misinformation is stuff they don't like. Like if you say anything about the vaccine or that they don't like, they call it misinformation. And I'm gonna read this article on about it into comics. It sounds like Erik Larsen. Sounds like a big woke tard. Sounds like he hates freedom of speech. Um, and another best discussion is that about free. I'm telling you about free speech. He probably don't want to read tweets from people who are on the right who are very big Trump supporters. And I'm gonna tell you right now about free. Well, if that was the case, he could just ignore them. He don't have to listen. He don't have to read their tweets. Like just ignore them. I'm like, that's also part of free speech. Is that free speech means you don't have to listen to people. Like if you don't want to hear someone's opinions, you could just ignore them. As simple as that. That's why it's called free speech. You have the right to say what you want, and you also have the right to not to listen what people have to say because it's called free speech. Okay. Tommy Lawrence said this. I think she back worked with the Blaze, I believe. Oh, I think it was the Blaze. I don't know. It was the Blaze or Bright. I think it was the Blaze. She just worked for it. No, I can't remember if it was Blaze or it was on Fox News. It was a YouTube clip I saw about. She was talking about free speech, and she said free speech is not saying what you want to say. It's it's hearing things you don't really hear something you don't agree with, and that's true. Like, and I think this Erik Larsen um guy, I think he does his Twitter account because he can't handle different opinions. He wants everybody to share his viewpoints, and you don't share his viewpoints, you're probably the embodiment of all evil. And this whole misinformation thing, that is just an excuse. Because I'll tell you something about misinformation. What was considered misinformation back then is considered facts now. Like Joe Rogan said it best, like cloth vinegar, cloth mask, saying a cloth mask does not work against of COVID was considered misinformation. Now it's proven to be a fact that it doesn't. Um, so yeah, I think, and him, this Erik Larsen guy, deleting his Twitter. I think it's ridiculous though. Now, now I will give him respect for this. At least he kept his word and deleted the account. Not like Sean King. I think Sean King. I don't know if he's. I don't know if his account has been deleted for good or not. But he deleted his account and then reactivated. I'm like, really? And I think it's silly like this woke hard like Erik Larsen deleted his Twitter all because he doesn't have misinformation. And to me, I think what he means by misinformation is that he don't want to read stuff that he disagrees with. Like you could, like I said, you could just ignore these people. Nobody's first of all. I'll tell you something now, off topic here. Elon Musk said that he wants to make Twitter a political neutral website. Okay, social media site. He did not say it's going to be a right wing only website. Social media site, I should say. Okay? Okay, we need to do these dummies there. Free speech does not mean it's a right wing only issue. Okay, it should be an American issue, period. Okay? Because you wotards, you can still tweet your idiot stuff if you want to. Nobody's stopping you. So, I don't get what these people thinking that Twitter's now a right wing website now because Elon Musk is protecting free speech. they don't they never said that. They never necessarily said that, but when you read these tweets and you watch these tweets about people uh, threatening to leave Twitter, that's the reason why. One of the reasons why. So this Erik Larsen guy doing his Twitter, um, he sounds like a big woetard. He can't handle opinions different than his, and that's all I got to say. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to rate and subscribe. And see you guys later. Bye.